Well, hello folks, my name's Ian and welcome to my channel. And why am I laughing? Well, you'll probably be laughing in a second or two. I'm just too soft-hearted. Starting to rain. I knew it would. So, I just put up a video about this tired old bee. How was it old? I don't know how old a bee is. How do you tell the age of a bee? No idea. Cut its leg off and count its rings? I have no idea. Anyway, I found this bee, knackered, worn out. Did the old sugar and water. In this case, I didn't have any, so I used honey. That's a bit bad, then, isn't it? Giving honey back to a bee. But bees eat it in first place, don't they? Or do they eat it? They just give it to the queen? Not quite. I'd have to ask the bee lady. Anyway, the bee, as you know, perked up and I put it on some flowers. I carried on with my painting, and that's where we'll take the story on from there. So I finished my painting. It was only the outside, and it just all of a sudden come down dark and heavy, and it's gonna rain. Look at that. It's gonna rain. It started to rain, started to spit, feel it, and I thought, well, this poor old bee, there again, the old bee, this poor bee. I mean, I picked it up, put it on a flower, and he recovered. You know, he started flapping his wings, but I thought, he's gone to sleep, and it's going to rain. So, I've covered the bee up. So, hang on, let's get down here. So there's the bee having a rest. He's having a sleep. Well, I'm assuming he's asleep and not dead. He's made it from the flower to that leaf. But I thought, well, I can't let him get drenched, so I've covered him up. Ian, oh, honestly, you're dense. Anyway, off my knees. And then in here. Okay, I weren't going to film anything, to be quite honest. And then I kind of thought, you know, I'm sure there's some folk out there, and this one won't appeal to many, I really don't think. I'm going to show you how I struggle in life, in my shed. And don't give me, you know, a bit like Murty, Scrap Kingdom, don't give me what I should do, you know, I know what I should do. I should retire and spend all my free days doing it. But I don't. I have to work for a living. So, I've been doing some tiling in the bathroom. I mean, I don't need these strips of tiles that's left over. I don't need them. Okay, bin them. A little bit out the shed, gone. Not a lot, but it's something. I've had to make a piece of skirting board. I made that. Quite pleased with myself. How I got that curve in it. But I didn't film that. So my next step is I'm going to do some painting on the walls, you know, emulsioning. So I've dug my paint out and I've dug a tray out and I've got some rollers. I don't wash them anymore, I just use them then throw them away. I know, terrible. But to get them, I've had to move a lot of stuff. That's just the way it is. You know, you've got too much stuff, you have to move everything. And why do you keep things? I mean, like for example, all those in the lawnmower repair channels, now I recognise them, they're off that Mountfield, the drive cogs for the wheels. I thought, oh, those will come in handy. Don't know what for, but they've been just lying there for ages. Never actually done anything with them. I just picked up, cut them off with a grinder, put them somewhere. I just picked it up and flicked it. Yeah, you know, well, I can make something out of that. And then I did that. It doesn't go backwards. Or it doesn't go anti-clockwise. It only goes clockwise. So I'm thinking, wow. Well, there's a pin through there. Now that's the type of thing that intrigues me. I want to know why that will only go clockwise, and with a bit of backlash, won't go anti-clockwise. So there's some sort of paw and dog mechanism inside there. Now, if I had a pair of come on, help me out. Them pliers with little pointed ends, you stick in them holes and open them. Now there's two types. The ones where as you press them it closes them, and the other ones as you press them it opens them. Well, I want the ones that you press and open. Circlip pliers. In a future video, in 2-3 years time, I'll probably take that apart and ponder as to the intricacies as to why it does what it does. Anyway, well, that's the whole point of the video, and this is just a digressing, popping on video. Like I said, to get in my cupboard, to where I keep me paint stuff, oils, everything. Oh look, my fish. I need to finish that off and put it in the garden. Right. We're never far away, are we? So, I've dug out my paint, dug out a tray, dug out some rollers. I need a roller frame, and I found 3. Who needs 3 roller frames? Well, it works out. There's only that one, quality one with a wooden handle, which will fit those rollers. So I keep that, and then I take these 2 and scrap them. After all, it's iron. So just throw them in there, and I'll go in there in a minute. And then when I move that lot, I found little trays of stuff that needs sorting out. I need my decorator's cork as well. So I think I'm set for tomorrow. Alright. I weighed in at the old anvil yard. I got rid of at least 2 cubic yards, 2 cubic meters of space. Everything I had in here just went and expanded, so I don't know where that space went. I need my bench. And my bench, I just don't know if it's got like that. Right. Wife shouting me for my tea, my Sunday dinner. So I don't know if it got like that. I went in to bed. I went in with it tidy to bed and woke up and come in here, and the furries had done it. Got a guy called, I think he comments a lot, Crazy Chris. He wants a Volkswagen wood burner. And that's a bottle ready to make into one. And I don't mind, because I know I did one for peaky part-timers. Well, I did one for my original boss, because he gave me this iPhone, and it was a thank you gesture, you know. And then I said I'd never make another, and then I made one for peaky part-timers. And then I said I'd never make another. But I'm on holiday this week, full week holiday. And I don't want to do any scrapping. I want to do some creativeness. So, Chris, actually, you know, I'm going to say you're fortunate. You've caught me in a creative mode. I'm like, stop breaking things apart. It breaks the soul to keep breaking things apart, you know. I know I'm a scrapper, hobbyist scrapper. Most of the time, you know, that's what it is, taking things apart. And in my case, I tend to just smash things apart, you know. Then you get that urge. It's a yin and yang thing. You break something sooner or later. You got to balance it out and create something. And why I'm on holiday is, well, why not? You don't scrap it. Yeah. Some people scrap for a living. I'm going to rest you on there. And it's got to become, well, they don't do it the way I do it, you know, obviously. You know, time is money to them. I'm a hobbyist scrapper. I scrap because I can. I can take as long as I want in breaking something apart. Really, totally not cost effective, but I get the job satisfaction out of it. That I've separated everything, even a tiny little bit of aluminium lug I've knocked off because I couldn't get the screw out. I can bash that and get the screw out, and I still get the screw and the aluminium. Like I said, we're popping on. It's my first drink, I promise. It's I've had a lazy day today. We're 4:30 on a Sunday. Been out today with the wife. We've been shopping, walked round, getting things for the Jubilee celebration. I'll pause here and go and get you and show you what I got. Well, I don't know where it went, but I do know I've just had my second call for my dinner. Now, we don't have a dog, but she's just said, third call, then your dinner's going in the dog. So, I'm going to go in. See you in a short while. Well, to you, it'll be no time at all, but for me, it'll be about an hour. See you in a bit. We're back. I didn't have to go far. And it was an impulse buy. We'd gonna go, you know, come on. I know everyone in the UK will know about Queen's Jubilee, Platinum Jubilee, 70 years on the throne. Those people abroad might not know as much about it. Anyway, we're going to have we're getting a holiday because of it. So that's a reason to celebrate. So we're going to have the family round. We're going to have the reason why I'm painting outside of the shed. I'm going to do the door tomorrow. Titillate the garden up a little bit more. We're going to have a tea party, afternoon tea party with Prosecco. And in my case, Jubilee Ale. Impulse buy, had to get it. St. Peter's Brewery in Suffolk. I have totally lost the thread of what we was talking about. Space. Where did it go? Well, stuff me sideways. 6:20. Just where does the time go? So I've had a wonderful chicken dinner, Sunday dinner, with vanilla cheesecake for afterwards. It never rained, so I've took the brolly down, and with no bee, I've had a little poke around there, so it's not like he's fell off. He's probably got his energy and flew away to his hive. Right, that doesn't stop me getting anywhere, because my next thing besides a drink was it's Sunday. Tattle that lot. Bear with me. I thought I'd just share with you the enormity of the task ahead of me. So I had some space here in front of the cupboard. Yeah, it's got some non-ferrous in. That was down there. I'm not showing you why just yet. So I thought, go on, I'll actually show you this lot. So there's only one way to eat an elephant. Yeah, one mouthful at a time. But you need a plate first to eat it off. So I've got to clear that lot. God knows where it's going to go. But we started. We started by... I'm going to be doing some welding, so I need to clear my floor. We don't want any combustibles on the floor. So I moved that sack from there. And there we go. This is where 10mm spanners go when you drop them, and screwdrivers and other things. So that lot was under that sack, a little bit further to that side. But pens. So this is where your tools go when you drop them. Even a pair of snips. We'll just throw them on top, and then, you know, might even you stick you on a tripod looking that way and time lapse it. I'm motivated. Decided to eat that elephant. And as you know, you need a beer and you need some music. We're going back in time a little bit. But remember what I said earlier? I needed a certain tool. Okay, well, I've decided to shift a lot of that stuff off top of there, stack it up here, because it's basically non-ferrous. And then as I come across other non-ferrous, I can go in that sack. That gives me a stable base there to stack up things that's on there to free the bench up. So once I've removed that, I uncovered this selection of tools, and I went, whoa, look at that. A pair of circlip pliers. Exactly the ones I want, where as you squeeze them, it spreads the circlips apart. No innuendo this time. However, I don't know if you're going to see this very well. It appears I've got one leg shorter than the other leg. But you know what? If I cut the longer leg off, they'll be the same size. Kind of genius, really, innit? Alright, I might have to get a Dremel and swizz round either end to make them fit that hole. But that's what I do. Right, let's tattle this elephant. See, I've not even picked that spanner up yet. Elephant, you're getting eaten. Right, we're about ready, folks. So I wanted to just bear with me, you know. Enjoy the horror. Oh, that's not the word. Embrace the chaos. So I've done a little bit of fiddling about. Just shove things to one side, so at least I can put the tripod on. I'm going to stick you on there. Hopefully you'll get a view of what I'm trying to do, and hopefully it don't bore you too much. I'll put it on fast forward as well, so it'll look as though I'm being quick. So as you can see, folks, I'm getting there. Okay, it's only consolidating, but you know, it's things like everything's got its place. You know, angle grinder drive nut. And goes on there with the other angle grinder nuts. Knife goes on, well actually it goes on there because that's where I keep my knives. All my screwdrivers went under the tripod and we just keep on going. My only problem at the moment is where I normally have an iron tub there so I can throw things like these iron in. I've not got one. I waded in. But that's only a small problem. Let's carry on. Well, first course is nearly done, nearly ready for the mains, but we're getting there. I know we've only just put it into sacks for later processing, but needs must. I'm going to digress a little here. I've been having some friendly banter with a gentleman in the comments called VC. Now he has worked in England in the past, and I'm going to do a little something about a pie shop for him. But I can't quite figure out if he's Canadian, Australian, or American. Anyway, we digress. It's all about when I commented and said about brasserie. Well, these days, commonly known, brasserie is copper with brass on. Brass, copper. Ignore the soldering. Oh, we'll get that back. We'll get to that in a minute. Another example. Brass, copper. Now classed as brasserie. He corrected me in comments, and I've got to agree. He was right, saying that brasserie is not actually that. Brasserie is copper tube that's been brazed together, not soldered together like that. You know, I mean, when I worked in a scrapyard, you had to cut you had to cut the solder joints off. You know, the soldered joints went in as brasserie, right or wrong. The copper went in as copper tube. However, as I've been tidying up here, and he explained to me the correct term for brasserie, which is, and I think I found an example. It occurs in high pressure situations, medical situations, where copper is, and as the word says, is brazed together. Can we focus on that? So we've got an example here. That is not solder. That's some sort of metal that melts before the melting point of copper, higher than the melting point of solder, giving a much stronger joint under high pressure and probably less resistant to interaction with gases. I'm going to say that's come off some sort of old AC unit. So that's had some sort of gas under pressure. Again, if you look at that, maybe I can't show that very well. That isn't solder. So VC, hold my hands up, stand corrected. Yes, when I was at the yard, although I got it from the horse's mouth, what nowadays scrap yards would grade as brazery is 90% copper, a percentage 10% brass. That'd go in as brazery. But you're right, years ago brazery was a specific term for copper tubing that had been brazed with a non-solder, lead-free, whatever, joining medium. I think I've put that right. Ian. No jokes, that's an acorn. I'm nearly there, just got to eat this elephant. Yeah, we're getting there. We've nearly had first course. Of course, all I've done is just put it somewhere for later. But that's what happens in scrapping, you know. You've got to prioritise big things, small things, money-making things against playing things. It's fine for me at the moment. I'm trying to make space because I want to play, I want to make something, I want to create something. And I can't do it with nowhere to create. So all goes in a sack. Sacks can get done later, bad weather, winter even. I'll carry on. Oh, well, I know all I'm doing here is robbing Peter to pay Paul. But, hey, gold. In the bin, in the bucket. But now I've got some workspace. Well, I'm going to call it a night. I've enjoyed tidying up, even though it's only to delay what I've got to do. I've got some space. I'm going to enjoy making this camper van. I really am. You get that way. You get that creative urge. So over the next few days, yeah, I think so. I have got. I'm doing my decorating. I'm doing my decorating tomorrow. Tuesday, I am going to go to the mining museum and donate that medal and the medal, but there's also, I don't know where it is, I found a wristwatch. God, it could be anywhere. I found a wristwatch as well. Not a fancy wristwatch, not a gold Rolex like I give Scrapping Irish that day. But this is inscribed on the back. It's like, from his workmates at Goulburn Colliery, 1969. So I feel that as he was so endeared within the mining community, I can at least donate it back to the I can at least donate it back to the mining community. Right, Ian with his potato potato water, which is a very acquired taste, unless, you know, even if you mix it with tonic water. I even added extra lemon as well, but it's going down slowly. Ian in his shed. Hope I haven't bored you too much. I'll see you soon. Camper van or tale of two eggs. Take care, everyone. Looking way much healthier. Like I said, you know, I'm only rob Peter to pay Paul. You know, I've stacked things up in a space that I've created. But I'm getting tired now. It's, you know, 8:15 in the evening. NBA will be on shortly, so I can listen to him warble. I've still got the floor to clean. I've got the space to work, and for a certain guy, I found a bag of the bits I was collating for him. So I've still got, oh dear, still not even picked that spanner up yet. Like I said, I've got all the floor to clean. Can't weld with consumables. No, that's not the word. Inflammables on the floor. I need to get that gas bottle out so I can work on it. But the beauty of that is that gas bottle is taking up a quarter of a square cubic yard. Once it's gone, it's gone. You know, I've got space. You know, the wire, I can work on the wire, compress it all, work it down. The next thing is, I think it's going to be a tale of two eggs. A tale of two eggs. Easily a year ago, maybe two, I picked up that egg and that egg. I'm going to be taking space up forever. So maybe before I start the camper van, and I've got some more stuff on the floor there as well, I may start on the I may get rid of these the egg. I think the way to tackle this lot, well, is to eat the elephant first, get down to the little bits afterwards. So if I get rid of the big things, I can make some space. I mean, frigging stroll on. How does all this lot get on the floor? And even another spanner. Oh, aye, giddy. Well, it didn't take long to mess that up, did it? That's only because I need to get that gas bottle out. I thought, well, why not? I'll tell you what. I found out where all my spanners keep going. Knock all those magnetic bits off. Keep going, Ian. Well, there's one thing that's true that can be said about me. I'm a stubborn bugger. Once I've set my mind on something, I do it. We're even looking a little bit tidier. I have a question to ask you lot. What's the question? I want to know why is there a duck sitting on that roof? Oh, and that's for the bee. He flew off.